Hey everybody, this is a little different from our standard intro, but before the game gets started, I just wanted to warn you all that due to the content and nature of the themes of this game, we will probably be delving into controversial topics. If this is not something you want to see, then please click off the video. If not, then stay along for the ride. And we are here today with our first Call of Duty title.
No. We've done Call of Duty Zombies.
The world's in great shape. We've got a civil war
Shut
in
up.
Russia. Violence against ultranationalist rebels. 15,000.
We're doing Modern Warfare 1 today, the 2007 classic. I think this was 2007.
Now word on the street is he's got the
I don't know. All I know is that this is the only Call of Duty game I played when I was younger, and I only played it for like 10 minutes because I got caught and my parents yelled at me, so...
Good to see you, mate. Take one of the rifles from the table.
Or maybe it was Modern Warfare 2. I don't know.
You know the drill.
There are
Station one and aim your
there are
rifle
games
down.
that are popular,
Now aim your rifle down
and there are
range.
games that change everything. This is the game that changed everything.
Lovely. Now shoot at the targets while firing from the hip.
Because like I know a huge thing growing up and watching YouTube after like 2010 is everybody complaining that stuff was turning into Call of Duty, or that Call of Duty was as popular as it was.
Hit all of them as fast as you can.
It's crazy how big this game is.
Yeah.
I grew up on these games. I think the first one I played was World at War.
Good job, mate. Now go get sidearm
Also,
from
you
the
can
right.
tell I normally play this with controller. I'm trying to learn a keyboard and mouse.
I mean, you weren't doing horrible,
To your rifle.
but,
I think I have my control scheme fully set before this, so you're not going to see me fiddle with menus.
Using your knife is even
I played this tutorial this opening part like 3 times before I started recording.
Nice.
Just setting all the controls.
Skills are remarkable.
that's fair.
Tim Price wants
Yeah.
to see you.
I don't imagine the PC port of this being that good. So...
So to kind of talk about what's going on. Basically, in the current world state, it's mostly the same as it would have been around this time in real life, except that Russia has a growing ultra-nationalism movement that has started a civil war. And then you have an unnamed Middle Eastern country that is going through political turmoil right now.
A Middle Eastern country having political turmoil. I wonder what that's based on.
Yeah. So right now we're being introduced to our first playable team, the British SAS, who are going to go and start doing some investigations on possible nukes connected to Russian nationalists in the Middle Eastern military.
Okay.
And right now you play as Soap McTavish, the newest member of this team, going through some training real quick, so you can show them what you're gonna do. I play this training really badly, by the way.
Well, you did say you were
Because-
struggling to learn the stuff. So,
I also just didn't realize where I was supposed to be going.
follow the numbers.
Just flashbang myself.
Go back. Oh my god. How many attempts did this take you?
It's just the one.
Okay.
I didn't cut through this. Or I didn't cut at all.
I like that your starting weapons here are the machine gun from Half-Life and the pistol from Half-Life 2.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. Like, everybody talks about Half-Life's influence on gaming, but I think this is the first game where you can see the influence from the cinematic angle of Half-Life.
Yeah.
Because you saw that opening cutscene at the start during the loading screen.
Yeah.
That is every single cutscene of this game. Everything else plays out in game.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I would say this is feeling very opposing force already. So
Uh-huh. And right now we've been hearing the voice of the legendary Captain Price, one of the most famous video game characters of all time.
yeah, I've heard Captain Price's voice, even as a non-fan of Call of Duty. So pretty
It's
cool.
awesome.
And I've also heard of Soap. Is Soap just his like military nickname?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be my guess. I'm sure somewhere they show his first name.
Yeah.
So I cut it out because it was really awkward to edit in because the menu of this game is just not very interesting. But there's like a little opening to this that just plays a bunch of montage like footage from the game.
Okay.
And in that, Price gets like their first mention of your name, and it's like, what kind of name is Soap? It just makes fun of you. And this is the first proper level.
This looks cool. This is looking
Yeah.
very cool for the time, especially.
They knew what they were doing. They immediately start with you facing Price while he's smoking a big ass cigar.
This reminds me, like, one of the more recent Call of Duty game announcements that I saw in like real time at like an Xbox thing or whatever. It started in a very similar kind of mission to this, where it's like storming and you're invading like a big tugboat or whatever, or a supply boat or whatever the heck this is, cargo ship. I feel like this game definitely is one of those Call of Duty games that they reuse a lot of ideas from going forward.
Yeah. They just straight up make a reboot of Modern Warfare at one point. Nowhere near as good. Especially because Captain Price has a new voice actor, and it's so disappointing.
That sucks.
He does a good job. Like, the new voice does a really good job. It's just not, it's not him.
Of course, it's not. It'll never be the first voice actor for a character.
Yeah. So one of the big things with Call of Duty is it is fully committed to essentially putting you inside of a war movie and never, ever stopping on the cinematic action. I wouldn't say it's a non-stop action set piece because, like, you have slower moments like this where you get to sneak around, and this series is certainly famous for its stealth levels. But you're always presented to be in role and in character.
Yeah. It's cool.
Like, you got all the call-outs, all of your allies are very, very well scripted and animated. Like, there's a ton of unique animations as things play out mid-level. It's really cool.
Yeah.
There's a reason this is like the face of AAA.
Yeah, and that being said, I am going to try to be as positive as I can.
That's all right. If you ever got negative things to say, this isn't your style of game.
Yeah, it's purely like, it's not even from me having played this kind of game and not liking it. It's just like I've never been into it, and I always had that like stigma of against it for whatever reason, because I'm like, oh, it's just hyper realistic gun simulator. Meanwhile, I'm just playing New Super Mario Brothers U on my Wii U or whatever.
Where the term Nintendo baby came from.
Yeah, I'm not even.
We're playing the real games over here.
My first console
Xbox
was an
and
Xbox.
Yeah. We'll say the one awkward thing with some of the scripting in this, so for like a lot of it, you're generally just following your squad and your leader, and they're just gonna lead you along the path. But then there's also moments where they go silent and just wait for you to proceed forward. So sometimes you'll see me pause awkwardly because I'm not entirely clear. Oh, am I waiting for them? Because the game will block you. You won't be able to move forward if it's waiting for them.
Yeah.
Like here.
Ooh. Yeah.
But then other moments, they'll just sit there awkwardly because you're supposed to go, but they never told you to. It's a little inconsistent there.
Is there friendly fire?
Yes. You can get a couple hits in, but if you shoot too much, you'll get reset.
I cannot I would not be telling the difference between my teammates and the
Never,
enemies.
that's okay. Neither do I, as a spoiler.
Oh gosh.
What's to come later?
No tangos in sight. Stack up.
Yeah.
Especially in some of the darker levels where everyone's just wearing dark gear.
It's a problem I have with a lot of like modern games as well, because they go for even more realism, so it's even harder to tell sometimes.
This game is realistic only in its art style.
Yeah.
I would say that's about it.
Move up.
Well, it's
Because as soon as the
trying
game
to
wants you
be-
to do something bombastic, like it will take out the realism. You know, it's realism, but they know when to tone it down
Yeah.
because it's first and foremost a movie.
Forward area.
Are these campaigns built with co-op at all, or?
Yes.
right.
I
Okay.
believe you can play co-op on a lot of them.
On my go.
Oh.
Obviously, like any other game, starting with like, you know, a lot of games on the Xbox One and PS4, they started toning it down and dropping it out.
Go.
I would say the height was, at least for me, was Black Ops 2, which features up to 4-player split screen on multiplayer and zombies.
Yeah.
It doesn't run very well, but it's there. I played the heck out of it. I enjoyed it as a kid.
Yeah.
But I believe, honestly, actually,
Oh. I'm pretty sure Captain
So-
Pierce was right there.
Price, none
Price.
of your AIs, yeah, they won't die to hits like that.
Okay.
You'll see them get shot all the time, unless they're scripted to die.
You were trying so hard to get that guy. This gun is not
So-
built for range.
No, and this is like the one time they start you out with a gun that doesn't have a sight on it. It's really funny.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's only because you used it during the training.
I would have swapped to the AK at some point if I were playing.
So I go like hardcore into roleplay when I play these games. It's like something I also do with some of the Halos.
Strong reading, sir.
So I never drop the weapons I start with.
You might want to take a look at this.
Interesting.
It's actually something I had to force myself to do in like Halo 2 when I recorded it, and Halo 1, like use different weapons to show them off.
We've found it.
In this game though, there's not really too much to show off. They're all going to be different styles of guns.
Yeah.
They all, of course, operate differently, but at the end of the day, for the purposes of the campaign, they're shooty shooty bang bang.
I've noticed that killing guys in this is also like you shoot them and they die instantly. Some of
Yes,
the
this
time.
has a very, very short time to kill.
Yeah.
Same thing with multi. It's also consistent with multiplayer.
That's
You
pretty
put a
cool.
few bullets in somebody and they will die, like real life.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that you just learned there's nukes on here.
So you're gonna get nukes.
No. Next best thing. Just blow it up.
We are leaving. I've heard that line so many times.
Very iconic. Okay, so this part's a little weird. So when it shakes like this, your character is put into a crouching state. So you have to uncrouch and start sprinting, or you're not going to move fast enough. I didn't realize this.
So you're gonna die. Wow. I don't. So a lot of games during this time really struggle, or I wouldn't say struggle. They really have a lot of things like that where it's just like something that you wouldn't know until it happens, and it
Well, wait.
it doesn't really add anything. Like why
It's the COD special.
yeah.
However, that is also why in games like Infinite Warfare, you got the infamous press F to pay respects meme. Because they had to start telling you everything. You know?
Yeah.
And like you get the same thing like if you've ever gone from like Shadow of the Colossus in Eco to The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian actually tells you controls when you start.
Yeah.
And like helps guide you with what to do.
Yeah. For
And
me,
it's kind of a similar thing.
for me, the issue is like, why not just have if I get that the thing is sinking, and you need to get out quickly, why not just have a fixed timer for that instead of an invisible wall of death that's following you that will be like, oh, you weren't fast enough after 5 seconds of crouch walking, you know? It's a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things that's definitely, you can tell this is their first attempt at something this cinematic. I have not played the first 3 games. The first 2 were the ones that developed by Infinity Ward before going to this game. The 3rd game was the first one developed by Treyarch. So I can't say how cinematic those are in comparison to this.
Yeah. It just it's absolutely just extreme railroading, and I get why they did it. So it probably works fine for this. So I'm not necessarily giving it as a negative. It is just weird to me that it's like, oh, you crouch walked for 5 seconds, so you died. You know, I like when things make a little more sense and are a little more intuitive. But you know.
Yeah. So that was our introduction to the SAS, who are going to be our main playable characters throughout the game. But now let's get introduced to what's going on in the Middle East.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I will certainly say if this level was made today, it'd be probably even more controversial, because these games have always been controversial whenever they come out. But like, yeah. When it comes to presenting certain topics, the developers at Infinity Ward specifically do not hold back, especially in Modern Warfare 2, which we'll eventually see. But right now, you are in control of the president of this nation, and there is a military coup. They don't like you.
Understood. See, I don't really have... I guess I can kind of understand why it's controversial to include, but like, what is art if not someone's reflection on reality, you know? I don't know.
I wholly agree, though I should say that what was controversial at the time was just because it was violent.
Oh, okay. Well, even that too is just like...
Although the level I'm referencing in Modern Warfare 2 that you may or may not have heard of, No Russian, is on a whole different level from this. But we'll talk about that in more detail when we get to Modern Warfare 2.
There's like a new game that is like a co-op, like tactical kind of experience where you like go in with like a squad, like you're a SWAT team, and you basically you handle missions. And one of the missions in that is like an adaptation of like a real life event that happened at like a rave. There was like a shooting or something at a rave, so like a SWAT team goes in, and it's like a very extremely realistic depiction of this event. So like I kind of get why it's controversial, but at the same time it's like, I think it's important to have those kinds of things adapted into more artistic mediums to like, because it's all just like something to think about and introspect on, and whatever else.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like this game, some people may disagree with me, but I would call this game a work of art. This is extremely well made and produced, and you can pull a lot of different conclusions from the content of it, which I really, really appreciate and enjoy from this.
Yeah.
You can either be very pro, you can either come out of this very pro-military and that kind of stuff, very, very military interventionalist, or you can come out incredibly shocked and horrified by what modern wars look like, or even a scene like this, which is a very insane depiction of a politically unstable country during a military coup.
Yeah.
I think it is really impressive that they can make anything like this, especially in 2007. Like, obviously GTA had already been out, but this pushes the bar in a different direction, you know?
Yeah. And I just don't think that there would, like, this is just me being like never have played Call of Duty and everything, but like I just don't feel like there would be a reason to play Call of Duty if it didn't cover this kind of source material, you know? It's like, oh, it's a military game, but it doesn't show the horrors of war and stuff like that, and political disharmony and stuff. Yeah. I think like this is kind of like what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty, in my opinion.
So real quick, something I just want to point out that says it's about to come up. Basically, al-Assad, who is the leader of the military leading this coup, was assisted by Russian ultranationalists to get the weapons acquired for this. And this is our first review of the full antagonist of this game, but we're not going to see anything about him or him again for a very long time. So I just want to point him out while he's there on screen, because it's some really good foreshadowing.
Is he about to get crucified?
Not crucified, just executed.
Oh man, I want that gun.
Yeah, that is a very big gun. And if you notice, this Russian guy here, well, I'll say his name, Zakayev, is missing an arm. So you know what happened there? Maybe that'll come up later.
Oh, point blank.
Yeah,
The
that is a very
gunshot sound effect.
And you ruined it. I should have edited in the music there.
But in less than 3 hours, codename Nikolai will be executed.
All right, so back to the SAS. We gotta go. They gotta go get their informant out of Russia.
Yeah,
because they figured him out.
I do like just.
And then the Americans, because you know, as they do, are getting ready to invade the Middle East because that's a lot of instability.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Of course, it's
As
just
they do.
a normal Tuesday.
Yes. But back to the SAS. This is our first quote-unquote stealth level. So I know I brought up how famous the stealth mechanics are, but that's mainly because of one specific level later. And these levels, they're incredibly scripted.
Gotcha.
I don't think you can really alert them other than like a couple of guards at a time, and there will be a scripted moment later where they all become alerted and chase you down.
Gotcha.
So like our test look, our beta test of like what the stealth might be later. But it'll be a bit before we get to that level.
I do like the moving as a squad kind of gameplay here. I'm only thinking this because we're recording it at the same time, but it does remind me of Star Fox, where you've got like your wingmen and you're doing missions together, and especially
this is actually incredibly similar to Star Fox. Black Ops 2, something you might like is that story can get heavily changed depending on what you do in levels. How like if you're accurate with your shots and save people, you can let certain characters can die earlier. You can make decisions that influence the story. It's nothing absurdly drastic.
Yeah.
Until you get to the end of the game, but it is a big element of it that they haven't really brought back.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
this is gonna be
Star Fox. That's definitely something for you.
It's gonna be.
Somebody did this to us on Marathon once, and I thought it was really funny.
That did happen.
This exact thing.
Come
on out.
Come
on out.
I feel like this playthrough is going to end up being very similar to the Dark Souls one, in that it might actually get me to play some Call of Duty, because like I've just never had any interest before, but now that I'm actually kind of seeing it in action for the first time, I can see the appeal. I think it looks pretty cool.
Just play on regular difficulty. It's gonna be best for the first time.
Yeah.
There's not really much reason to play these games on a difficult level because
they're so scripted anyways. You just
they're
die
scripted,
and
the higher difficulty just means enemies at laser sight and do a ton of damage. So you're just always behind cover.
Yeah.
You smell that?
Okay. First time I saw this, I thought this was so cool.
Well,
welcome to the new
once
he just came out the fucking bush.
That.
Oh. Talk about stealth.
Yeah.
How long were you guys sitting there before we got here?
I've never played any other video game that has like that level of integration in the story compared to like Half-Life. The difference here being that this game keeps the pace up versus Half-Life, where I have to sit for 20 minutes and play fetch
You
with a giant dog.
never have to sit for 20 minutes. It's at most 5. Gosh. Now I'm never going to play Call of Duty. You ruined it. Oh, that doesn't look good. Or is that us?
Sniper team in position.
I don't know.
Guys, cover the left flank.
Oh, well, like I said, there is a civil war in Russia,
Okay.
so that's probably who they're all fighting. Or they're just test firing. I don't know.
A game like this, but like you're fighting, like, not other just regular humans, but like monsters would be really cool. That's why I guess Call of Duty Zombies exists.
Oh yeah, cool detail. I don't know if you remember this from the tutorial, but you can shoot through wood, and that does stay pretty consistent with a lot of the gameplay.
Yeah, it's like wall banging is what people called it, or whatever.
Oh. I didn't play multiplayer. I assume it's really useful in multiplayer.
I only know that because I used to watch like the Syndicate Project, just because he did Minecraft stuff, but I would occasionally just put on one of his zombies videos just because they were there, so, or one of his Call of Duty multiplayer videos. So I picked up on some of the lingo. It doesn't matter.
Alright, so on our way to find our informant, we're kind of working with these Russian loyalists, but they're not happy. The Russian loyalists just want to use the SAS to complete their mission, so they're withholding information. So they're just kind of stuck on their whims right now.
Oh!
Ow.
At least you
Don't worry
heal.
about it. No medkits.
All this shrapnel in my leg, that'll be gone in 5 seconds.
Yep.
That's
I've learned to like games with like health systems and shield systems. You know, the classic boomer shooter style.
yeah.
But I can't say I dislike having regenerating health because it's so convenient.
For a game like this, especially, like
You need it.
Like this is basically playable cutscene simulator. I don't want to have to be dying constantly and restarting sequences like this. Like, it's obviously more than just a playable cutscene, but you get what I'm saying. It's very scripted.
I think in World at War, if you play on the highest difficulty, the enemies throw grenades at you like every single second.
Oh my gosh.
A guy recorded like I think 15 seconds of gameplay where he's just lying down prone in a hole, and like he threw back 7 grenades in that time period. They just kept throwing them.
Alright, now who are we supposed to be shooting at here?
The Russians.
They're all Russian.
I mean, if they don't fall over and die, it's friendly fire. If you keep shooting them after that, then that's on your fault, and then you lose.
Well, I mean, one
Plus,
of the
you can
dudes
see your guy shooting them.
one of the dudes you did shoot at, he took a hit before you shot him again. So I don't know. It's a little
Okay, well you can see where your characters are shooting. You know, just shoot in that direction.
Now we are making progress. Follow me to the power station.
You'll be fine.
It is kind of funny when, like, the one time you just barely miss the head or whatever, and they keep going along even though every other shot, it's like one shot, one kill. It's kind of weird.
I like the soundtrack to this game. It's a lot of fun.
The final assault has already begun.
I don't think it's anything too memorable, but like, you know, it fits perfectly within the game.
Where is the informant?
Also, I've got told after this that apparently if you watch Price and Gas before they do this, they like nod at each other and give like a thumbs up or something like that before they threaten him.
Let's go.
My gosh. Whee!
And you can just completely miss it like I did. Another thing I like about this game, it will let you miss content if you're not watching all animations because, well, It's in real time. You don't have to see it all, you know?
Yeah, that's Half-Life as well.
Okay, but in Half-Life, I'm just stuck in that room with them. So, like, where else am I supposed to look?
I just wanted to say real quick, I was not planning on talking about Half-Life, but you brought it up first, so now I'm bringing it up every time I get.
I plan to bring Half-Life up because it's obvious how influenced this game is from it, you know? I don't think you can... I think it's unfair to talk about... Or it's not okay to talk about this game without mentioning Half-Life. Because of how different they seem, but how similar they are at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, this is essentially next-gen Half-Life, if you think about it.
Yeah. Came
But
out
no
the same
physics.
year as Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Yeah, which game got a third game? That's right.
Which game
last
is
song.
currently being milked for all that it's worth every year?
Listen, for like a solid 7 of those years, we were eating good.
See, like, I
Then
kind of...
everybody had Infinity Ward left, and then all the games just started going bad.
I get why people
Ow.
wanted more campaigns.
Oh,
After a
whenever you
certain
die,
point.
you get a death quote. That can be either harrowing, like really good quotes about war, or some just really funny.
Yeah.
Like if at first you don't succeed, call it an airstrike. Also, I just shot that guy.
America moment. Ow, 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 ow!
Bloody hell, let's move. He may
You have a pretty generous amount of hits. This uses the good old game design trope. You have more health than is presented to you.
Oh, there's a rocket launcher on the ground. You didn't pick it up. Shaking my
Nope.
head.
Don't worry, we'll get a rocket launcher later. Not in this level, though.
But yeah, what I was saying before, I know at a certain point Call of Duty games stopped having new campaigns relatively recently. And like,
No, all the games now have new campaigns. I think the only one that launched without a campaign was Black Ops 4.
well, isn't like, I guess, never mind. I was thinking of like the Warzone stuff as well.
Because that was like the joke with Modern Warfare 3, the reboot. That its story was like an hour.
Well,
So like they have them for the most part. They're just bad.
anyways,
The only one I've heard good things about was for Black Ops 6.
what I was gonna say though is that I kind of get why they would want to stop making campaigns for this, because like how many times can you make like a scripted sequence like this over and over, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's why they started like doing stuff in the future with like Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare and even Black Ops 2 to an extent.
Yeah.
However, a lot of people complain about that. Complain, oh, now Call of Duty's Halo
It's him.
because it's sci-fi. Or like you got World at War, World War II going into like a World War II setting. So you have different time periods. They just kind of stopped exploring that and just went back to, all right, Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
Let's go.
which is disappointing. Also, the night vision goggle sound effect for activation is really iconic.
Yeah, I've heard it before, definitely.
I just want to point it out.
I was just wondering, when are we gonna get Call of Duty Medieval Warfare?
I want a Call of Duty World War One. Like so badly. Like we got Battlefield 1. Where's Call of Duty World War 1?
I just don't.
We've had like 4 games about World War 2. Give us a damn game about World War 1.
I don't think they want to make a game about World War One, because that might be too similar to one of Battlefield's games, I guess. I don't know, because I know
I
Battlefield.
mean,
has
both
a World War
Battlefield
One.
and Call of Duty started as a World War 2 simulator.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
I don't know. I don't necessarily know how well World War One and its more limited kinds of weaponry would fit in a Call of Duty, but I don't know. It'd probably be cool still. Who knows?
I mean, it's not as limited as you think, but I get what you're saying.